You are now listening to the Backseat Critics, the movie review podcast.
Welcome back to the Backseat Critics. My name's RJ.
My name's Andrew.
And my name is Jamal.
This is a podcast where we talk about movies that you want to steer clear of.
But we're not going to talk about that. We just heard a third voice, and they never heard the third voice before.
Yeah. Jamal, you wanna take a second to introduce yourself?
Definitely, of course. Like I said, my name is Jamal. I've been on a few different podcasts. More recently, the Play No Games podcast / show. But yeah, Backseat Critics,
perfect.
thanks for having me. I definitely appreciate being here, stretching my wings a little bit, going to different topics, diving into. So excited to talk about some Disney films.
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, no, glad to have you on.
We have a dictator that's been in the background that's
He's just looming here.
for some reason, and he just wants to get on the show a little bit and wants to say a little something, I guess.
You have anything important to say?
Of course.
One take, Bob.
Okay.
Cartier Bob.
Don't mess us up.
You only have one take in this show.
Oh,
you don't have
to
the
get
fun.
your own mic.
I've already stolen this mic. Welcome to the back.
You know what?
F off. I just want to say.
It's a kid-friendly show.
Yeah, man, you
it
can't use
is?
that language here.
Oh, I can't cuss on here.
Yeah, we tried it.
We tried it. It didn't work.
My bad. I'll just say this.
If
this
you do,
is
we
gonna be
bleep you.
It's going to be a great movie to interview. If I understand, not interview, but to review. I just want to say one thing. This was a great movie. It talks about resilience. And this is the right. What are you talking about? But anywho, great movie. Glad they're reviewing it. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Backseat Critics.
I'm glad we got a dictator's blessing for this show.
Yeah, thank you.
You used your 30 seconds on that. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, no. Could have been better. Hey, he only got one take, though.
Yeah.
That's a
Congratulations. No, actually two. He
You did
swore
two?
on the first take.
Oh, son of a...
Yeah.
Classic.
He's got a reputation that follows him. Like a
I
bad,
guess- I
like
guess
a
so.
bad stench.
I guess so.
All right. Do you want to talk about your past with Disney movies or how you grew up with them or?
Yeah, definitely. I have to say, admit a little something. I was more of a Nickelodeon guy growing up.
They had the better cartoons.
Oh, for sure, cartoons. But as far as
Yeah.
for me, my early memories are Disney. I guess my favorite memories per se is really Even Stevens, Disney
Mhm.
original. That's So Raven. What else did I like?
So that's probably the Phil of Future timeline, too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Smart House. All that.
Okay.
Yeah, I loved the Disney originals. Absolutely. Yeah.
So what about,
sweet.
Smart Guy?
Of
Were you
cour-
around there? Okay.
Of course, Smart Guy.
Okay,
yeah.
I just wanted
Of
to check.
course, definitely.
Was there a movie called Smart Guy?
No, it's a TV
No,
show.
Oh, it's a TV show.
Great
With
show.
what's his name?
Taj
Taj
Mowry,
Mowry.
yeah.
Related to Tia and Tamara Mowry.
Okay.
Also loved what is that movie called? My Ultimate Christmas Present?
The Ultimate
Oh,
Christmas.
that was
Yes,
one of our
Christmas,
first ones.
yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Don't listen to that one.
We won't get
No,
that
I already
back
heard
up.
it. I already heard it.
I'm so sorry.
Wow. No, that. Oh, hey.
I mean, thank you for the listen, but I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
Yeah. It's
That's-
all right. We all got it's a learning curve. It's all good.
wow. Well, we'll take it.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
So
All right.
that's my Disney history, though. Yeah.
We'll take it. Well, should we just dive right in? Topics today, or
Yeah. So today we're going to be talking about. We're going to have our 2-minute summary, followed by our little quiz question. Then we'll go into a quick little intermission. We'll talk to you about that. And then we'll dive into our 3 topics for today. We're talking top 3 characters, sets, and what moments.
I think we gotta put Jamal on the spot for the 2-minute summary. Possibly.
Can we not do that, please?
the 2 minutes. You don't think you could do this movie for a 2-minute summary?
No, I'm really bad at summarizing things. I'll go into
This is what this
details
2
of the
minutes is
movie.
for, though.
Yeah, no, if you're bad at summarizing, this is perfect.
I'm horrible at it.
That's what we want.
God,
But no pressure. You got 2 minutes.
Where do I start?
Do you get the
Luck
timer
of the
ready?
Irish. The first opening scene, you have different faces and talking about the diversity of I took the more like this.
Sounds like a Hannibal Lecter movie. It's a different faces.
It just pretty much shows the diversity of people around the world because Kyle did not know his heritage and it was pretty much kept from him by his parents for reasons that we'll dive into a little bit later. But Bonnie...
feel free to dive into spoilers.
This is a 2 minute?
For sure.
We got 2 minutes.
So basically, yeah, Kyle just wanted to understand where he was from. His parents was like, oh, we're from Cleveland, which was partly true. But Bonnie, she's very annoying, I might add, was on Kyle about, where are you from? Where are you from? Everyone's, from somewhere, like before Cleveland. He's like, fam, I'm American. And yeah, that was pretty annoying to hear that over and over. But
She was like borderline stalking that guy.
Oh yeah, I felt bad for me, like the Me Too era. Okay, never mind. But God, where am I? So, Kyle's getting ready for a basketball game. He realizes that, hey, I want to, go to this festival. Basically, they're having go to the festival. I believe his name is Seamus. Is dancing, doing Irish dances. The necklace comes off of Kyle. And come to find out, it's actually a lucky
You got 25 seconds.
necklace.
Oh,
I told you, I'm really bad at this. So they lose all their power, magic, luck. The mom turns small. And at the end of the movie,
10.
they end up getting the necklace back and saves his family from disaster and despair.
he started
Dude,
out
you
really
nailed
good,
it.
but it was super long. But in detail.
We just said 2 minutes. You're gold.
God, that was horrible.
No, you're gold. We've had worse ones.
Yes,
Wow, really?
we've had probably about 10-second ones too. So
We have edited our podcast pretty heavily in the past, so there's takes that don't even
we're
make it.
one take here, not like other podcasts that we
Yeah.
know of that are filmed in this location too. So it's okay.
Was it like 4 or 5 takes the other day?
At least there was a record. There was a record set that night.
All right. Do you want to do the quiz question, or do you want me to?
I thought you said you said that you had something good. You did not like my quiz question. You said nope.
All right. So we're talking the actors in this movie, and we shoot out your kind of guesses now. But let me just pull up this cast.
Okay, I thought you had this quiz question loaded and over here, and you're over here working the IMDb machine.
Henry Gibson, who was the grandfather, was in what movie with Dan Aykroyd as a Nazi?
This question for me.
It's to the crowd. We'll get to the answer later today. Don't cheat. Don't cheat, bro.
He did look.
Don't cheat,
He
bro.
did look very familiar. I was like, who is this guy?
Dan Aykroyd. I don't know the way he was acting. Dan Aykroyd. Huh. I don't have the answer right now, but
All
we'll
right.
loop back.
I truly have no idea. Honestly.
All right.
Back to it.
We'll get right back to it. And until then, we'll be going to intermission. All right.
Well,
sorry,
welcome
guys.
back to intermission. Now we're 2 takes on an intermission, and we are shocked that you are still here after our 2 takes. And this is your chance to.
They didn't know it was 2 takes. till I
Okay.
said
Well,
so.
guess what? I just said something
Behind the
Over here.
fourth wall, I guess.
Yeah.
and a chance to earn money or make some money here off of us, but not really.
If you like what we do or don't, you can hit that like and subscribe button, or dislike and send us an angry email.
Please don't.
Or go ahead. I got time.
All right. Andrew might crop in the corner later. It's okay.
I'm gonna send an email probably.
Go for it.
I ain't
The
coming
email
back.
is backseatcritics@gmail.com. Go for it, guys. All right. And anything from Jamal?
No, I'm good.
All right. And back to the show. First topic. We're talking about characters.
Oh,
Talking top 3
characters.
characters.
top 3 characters.
Oh no, I forgot to record something for the characters. So here's something. Characters. Who are they? What are they doing? I don't know what.
I could take it.
Okay.
Oh,
Jamal.
He's volunteering
up.
on this.
I love how
Stepping
we
up.
all did our research too. Everybody's pulling out their phones, looking at it.
Got to.
I've
So
been looking at mine the whole time.
my top 3 characters, definitely Kyle, definitely Grandpa O'Reilly, and my favorite, the black best friend, Russell. I think Russell was
there
great.
till the very end.
Yeah, he was a real one. He was a solid dude. Like I alluded to earlier in my horrible 2-minute summary of the movie. God, Bonnie, that girl was so stressful though and so annoying. It's like, why are you on my back? Like, my man didn't get a kiss at the end or anything. It's like, come on, man. Like, you did all that for what?
She sung with him.
Worth it.
This land is my land. Okay. If you have a girl that will sit with you with that, he found himself a
sing
keeper
that song with you.
in front of a crowd. And you know what? You did mention Russell. Russell stood up and sang with his dad too. So if you're gonna give Russell credit here, she also followed him around the whole time doing the same thing.
Yeah,
Except for
definitely.
when Grandpa napped.
Yeah, because apparently you can capture Irish people by grabbing their beards.
Leprechauns.
Was it leprechauns?
Was it leprechaun? He was a
Okay.
leprechaun.
I didn't feel like rewinding it, but I thought
That
I
is
heard
definitely
Irish
a-
people, and I was like, I got to try this out.
No, it
That's
was all
definitely a
leprechaun.
what moment for sure.
The whole scene was.
This whole movie after like
I mean, honestly, after the
40
ball,
minutes
it's
in.
like going out of bounds and like slaps the ball into the hoop. Like in the first 10 minutes of the movie, it's like, okay, this is gonna start going downhill from here.
I'll be honest, I didn't grow up with Disney Channel at all.
Tragic.
Was it? Because in hindsight, you okay? You need something?
The dictator's back.
You need a hug?
He wants to be on this episode so bad.
I know, he's like,
he's
for everybody that knows, we did offer the dictator. a chance
Rob's
to
over
get on
here
this.
looking like a dog, just like looming by like the back door and leash, just being like, "Hey guys."
I know me. If I don't put stuff where it goes, I lose it. So I put it back where I usually keep it. Goodbye.
He'll be back.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll see you in 10 minutes.
I guess we talk about the other chaotic scenes later on, but I mean, go ahead and talk about y'all favorite characters, then we can talk about the other nonsense that happened. The movie is wild.
Well, my
Really
number
is.
one was Seamus.
I did like Seamus, yeah, very, very underrated, yeah.
Seamus was good.
He was just crazy, especially when he went all leprechaun at the end.
Yes, his little demon face.
Yeah, I was like, what in the world? And he's always down to bet. So,
Yeah.
that's how you know.
He
it's
gave
a
me
number.
Oh, a wager.
when he was in makeup, it was like kind of was it Lost Boys?
a little
kind of
bit. Yeah,
vibes.
yeah.
Mm.
Or have you guys ever seen the show Psych?
Well, yeah, he's from that.
Well, yeah, that's
Psych.
why.
Oh, yeah, I have seen that, yeah. A couple
When you
episodes.
watch it, and you're like, "This is the dude from Psych." The
Yeah.
way he's dressing, and the stuff he's dressing up in, the way he's talking.
Also in Seinfeld for one episode, but yeah.
Oh, I can see it. Probably one of Elaine's boyfriends or something.
No,
No.
no,
Mm.
Susan's brother.
Yeah, number one is Seamus for me.
All right. So my number one was gonna be Seamus, but you took that.
Sorry.
Jerk. So I'm gonna go with. I gotta rethink this.
You could just go with Seamus too. There's no shame
No,
in Seamus.
No.
Actually, there's a lot of shame
Is
in
it
Seamus,
Bonnie?
But
No.
hey, like I said,
No.
if you can see,
Just because of her, we might do like top 3 most hated characters.
I mean, Bonnie was a ride or die, I guess, for the most
she
part.
was there the whole time for him. So
So I'm actually gonna have to say the mom.
the mom.
The mom.
I was not expecting that.
Okay.
She.
Like, okay, what mom though? Are we talking like mom when she was like all American mode, or all mom when she was Irish mode?
Mom.
Making the bacon.
The whole time.
The whole.
That's another one.
So much. But mostly Irish. It was just her chewing up the scenery. Was kind of the best part.
Okay.
Her and Seamus were like the 2 characters that were just like chewing up all of the scenery, and it was great to see.
That's fair. I
Um,
wonder if Seamus wasn't in the movie, like, how bad would the movie be?
I
Because
think
he
it
was
would
a pretty
just be
good villain
boring.
for a Disney Channel original movie. That's a good question.
I think
Yeah,
it'd be
he's
like
pretty-
a standard, like at least out of what I've seen so far, like it feel kind of like standard-ish, where it's just like
'Cause, like, the more we talk about like these characters, I feel like he kind of made the movie. He kind of carried the movie.
Yeah.
a little bit.
He really did.
Yeah.
He really did.
Especially the scene where you're like, the dad's looking. You know what? I'm just gonna go by number 2. Number 2 is gonna be the dad. What? Because I was just thinking of the scene where he's looking into
Walmart brand Louis C.K.
Yeah, he's looking into
That's
the
what
RV.
he looked like.
I was waiting for him to just.
Oh
You
man,
know?
the generic. Oh, wow, that's hilarious. Yeah,
Oh, he's looking into the RV though, and then Seamus pops up, and he's like, "Whoa!" And then he starts- that was a classic scene. So yeah, I'm actually gonna go number 2, the dad.
Dad, that's surprising.
He puts up with a bunch of crap the whole time.
He does. He
Mhm.
does. Apparently, he really is from Cleveland, which is weird. Also, go and check out our crossover episode with the Plano Games for more information on Cleveland.
Touche.
That was,
Babe in the Toyland.
talk about, like, what moments? That whole
That's
movie.
a what movie?
The whole movie is just a fever dream. So my number 2 is actually going to be Seamus as well.
Okay.
The further into the movie you go, I felt like Seamus got better.
Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The more unhinged he got.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
It-
literally carried the movie for sure. Like,
Yeah.
I believe so. He carried the movie. Yeah.
Number 3 for me is gonna be Grandpa O'Reilly.
Really?
I mean, I do not like him. I mean, one scene he is all fresh shaved, and all of a sudden he's got this big, long, like ZZ Top beard.
My question is, like, towards the end of the movie when he's at the top of the
The
backboard,
chains.
did anyone see him besides like,
Russell and him,
Yeah.
and then the parents.
Oh, yeah. Just
parents
just
saw him.
Yeah, so like 3 people.
Okay, that's my question. Like, so am I can see this leprechaun at the very top, wherever he is? Like,
He was still full, like kind of
Also,
full
like-
size too.
yeah.
So he got the ears. He
Mhm.
got the beard. Why didn't he shrink? It took the mom all of like a day and a half to shrink.
Did they answer that question? I'm not really
He
sure.
said that he was a little older inside
So
the
things
in
took a
the
little bit
potato
longer?
chip factory.
So shouldn't have Kyle, like, shouldn't he?
because he
have
was
shrunk?
half.
Oh, he was getting shorter.
Oh,
he
he's
was getting
half.
shorter as the movie went on.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was
Okay.
half leprechaun.
I
So
forgot that he was getting shorter.
All right, number 3 for you.
Number 3 is also the grandpa.
I want to say I totally realized that my order was I gave out all 3 of my answers right away. I didn't go.
It's all right. We were letting you roll with it.
It's,
We were
it's,
letting you roll
totally,
with
it's
it.
totally fine. Some people finish early. It's cool.
We've been in episodes where we did that to each other, so it's
Yeah.
okay.
No.
And what I like about the grandpa is that his potato chips are everywhere.
Right?
That man's great at marketing.
I also, like, Irish person doing potato chips kind of feels like, all right, we're doing this in a Disney movie.
Like for the first 30 minutes, they were everywhere.
Yes.
Like in every scene, Russell was having him in the lunchroom. They're in the crowd.
I was kind of
I
like
think I
half,
totally missed that.
I was kind of half expecting like the grandpa to be the antagonist of the movie and to like them be running around like a potato chip like Willy Wonka factory for the rest of the movie. So
That would have been great.
that's what I was hoping for. What we got was like just as bizarre, but like
To say the least.
Like
right.
the Irish 2, maybe, you know?
No, please don't. No, the way they make movies anymore, like, don't do it. Stay away from that.
No. Also, Ireland's our like number 1 international fan right now.
That's great. I love that.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep rolling with them.
Love you, Ireland.
How fitting. This is perfect.
Exactly. This whole month for them.
All right.
Move on to the next one.
All right. We're talking scenes. What are our top 3 favorite scenes?
We're off to talk about scenes.
What's happening?
The magical
What is going
wizard
on?
of scenes.
I'm so confused. Everything.
I think we went over one already. Like when they found the pot of gold and Seamus grabs the grandpa by his
the
beard and they somehow end up outside of the RV truck. I'm like, wait, what the hell? How did this happen?
And then he's walking away with it. You just see
that
like
big
the
portal shows up and he just
Yeah.
pulls the grandpa through.
he's got the Power Ranger guy. I forgot his name. Like the main Power Ranger guy.
Really?
Seamus' sidekicks?
No, Seamus like Zordon.
Oh, Zordon.
He's got the Zordon like projection going inside of his pot of gold, and then he's able to grab him through
I
his
was-
Zordon
yeah.
projection.
yeah.
So is Seamus like a magician or something or what?
He was a Fae. Like basically according to the movie and Fae lore, I guess he's like one of the most craziest Fae. Like basically, they're there to just cause havoc.
Got it.
So that's what they said during the movie. I had to do some research on it. I was like, okay. So
I did zero research on that. I just kind of assumed you did magic. I'm like, all right.
So he's like a leprechaun, an unhinged leprechaun.
Got it. So the grandpa and mom could have done this stuff?
Straight leprechaun.
So the grandpa and mom could have...
Okay, so think of it in zombie talk from the show Zombies.
Right.
These are the Wendigos up in the woods that are just rabid. And then these are the zombies, the do-gooders, I guess, would be the leprechauns.
But they're both leprechauns, right?
Sure. Some sort, yeah.
So, again, shouldn't the grandpa and mom be able to do this?
Grandpa had his own powers.
Yeah, cool. Making a little coin. Like, why? And getting on top of a backboard, but like...
He broke into the safe.
Pulling people through
He
portals?
broke into the safe.
Oh, he did break into the safe, yeah. That was interesting.
Without the lock, too.
I feel like portals would have been a little bit more helpful.
Sure.
Or even like the whole teleportation thing that Seamus does
They
later.
also didn't have their luck.
Okay.
So that luck, all that luck was just in that coin that Kyle wore? Like,
I guess. And somehow that carried over to the mom?
yeah.
Stop the family. They said they give it to the...
Why would you trust your
youngest
kid
yeah.
with holding on to that to
Seriously.
like keep the family okay?
I don't know. My number one scene is going to be the Irish games, or the games that they play.
Really?
Their sports.
Mm.
I just tossing the chariot wheel. I just like every single time when there's like a ball that they get thrown at or kicked at, like Kyle just kicks it, throws it, and then all of a sudden they win the game. Just it's like ding. They're like, what do I do? Kick it. Okay. And then they win.
I do have a question about the games, though. It's like there were 4 flags that dropped down. Seamus reached 4 first.
Shouldn't he win?
Shouldn't be over. But somehow Kyle tied it up and they played basketball. I was like, wait, I don't understand.
Shouldn't they've had a 9th game? At least?
Best
Yes.
4? Yeah.
Yeah.
5 out of 9?
I'm going to jump in here. My number one scene was actually the Irish games as well. Just, yeah.
I do agree. It probably was one of the best scenes, but like the math wasn't mathing for me. I was
No.
like, something is off here. Like maybe it's me. I don't know.
They didn't watch the NBA Finals enough. They're like,
I feel like you don't even need to know sports to know like that wasn't adding up. Like,
if you're going to do it that way, you got to have some way of winning. And so we had a basketball game, I guess.
I guess.
Talk about a chaotic basketball scene. Wow. 30-year-olds hooping with high schoolers.
And they can't even be... No, these were junior hires.
Oh, even worse.
I know. I was looking at it.
Could you imagine now going to a junior high and just playing against some
Playing
junior
against
hires?
Seamus.
Well, I was wondering, like, when they said Kyle can touch the rim, and they freaked out about him touching the rim. I was like, man, if you can't touch the rim in high school and you play basketball, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
But no, after they said that, oh, this is for the junior high state championship, I was like, oh, okay. Now this makes a little more sense of why they freaked out that he could touch the rim. I was like, that's pretty impressive now.
And was it just me, or was like Seamus kind of the same height as like most of the junior hires?
Those were
here?
big kids for
Yes.
junior hires.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking for a bit like, oh, is this like a '90s thing where they're hiring like 10 years older than they actually are? Like '90s movies where they're always doing like high schoolers. They're actually played by 30-year-olds. Were they doing like 20-year-olds?
What I think is crazy
hires?
is that Bonnie, now that we found out that's junior high, how much she is in about college already. Like, I need to do this, I need to do that, so I can get into a good college. I'm just like, whoa, you're
Were
in
you
junior
planning
high.
this far ahead for college?
No, I feel like I got to college by the skin of my teeth, but you know, we made it.
So don't be a Bonnie.
Don't be a Bonnie. All right.
So my question is like, was Kyle the best player too? Because I feel like that was never answered. Like
When he was wearing his gold or his luck, which
I felt
in
like
a
it was kind
basketball
of
game,
implied, but they never say.
I think when he's
Yeah.
wearing his chain, he was the best player. When he doesn't, I think his name was Drake or something like that. I think he was the best
Something.
player.
So what about Russell? I thought like was he supposed to be good too or what?
He was just, I think he's just a role player from what I can gather, but you know, you give him some fake Irish coin. That man's a monster.
He can touch the rim too.
Yep.
This guy buys into the whole placebo thing way too hard.
That's some Michael secret stuff.
Yeah, Russell literally dunked
Also-
on the baseline.
Okay.
Like,
So, where's He makes a fake little like Irish coin and gives it to Russell. So if he can just like summon things up, wouldn't there be more useful things to summon up?
No, he made the coin. I don't know out of what.
What are you talking about?
Didn't he make the coin? Didn't he say he made it?
Was he just carrying it with him the whole time?
Sure.
I thought the implication was that he just like summoned it out of air.
He's a leprechaun. He's got random stuff on him.
Do you think he's just like pouring gold into a mold and like pressing it at home?
Yes.
He's got a potato chip factory to work
He
at.
made it his own shoes.
That's a leprechaun thing.
So is making his own gold, I guess.
They were
It was
obsessed with those shoes.
Hey, those are nice shoes. Nice little snake on the bottom. If I wore those to a nice wedding, when I gotta go dressed up in the nines, I think they'd be good.
That's fair.
I'd wear them.
Another scene, Seamus possessing people to dance. That was pretty funny.
I forgot about that.
Was he possessing them, or was he just looking for the people who were Irish? Because wasn't
He was just like touching people randomly, and they started dancing.
yeah,
I got
I didn't
the
notice that they
possession.
started dancing after they touched him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That must have been a whole one of his leprechaun things.
Yeah, and Kyle was like, "I just can't stop dancing." He just kept doing his little two-step.
Well, though I thought it was because later on, the grandpa started playing music inside of the potato chip factory, and he started dancing again. And he goes, "I can't stop, or I can't help this."
That was one of my questionable moments in this movie where he's just like playing the flute or piccolo or whatever, and the kid's just like dancing away.
I thought it was because they finally found his Irish roots. That's why he.
Another question I had, though,
dance
did
to
Kyle know he was Irish before he found out? I remember one part in the movie, like, grabs his charm or whatever it is, and, like, he felt, like, at peace in a way. It's like, I wonder, did he know the entire time that he was Irish but didn't know how to, like, I don't know.
Didn't he think it was like Chinese or something? For like,
Yeah,
the
he
first
did.
bits?
For the
Oh,
he saw
that's
the
right,
coin.
yeah.
He was like, "Oh yeah, I thought this was a Chinese coin."
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we cut that out?
Yes.
Absolutely.
So, number 2 scene, I'm gonna go with the dad looking in the RV. Just because I like Seamus's face. Like, what the heck?
The chase
And then
scene.
the whole chase. Yep, they're throwing
The
the
chase was wild.
was it the can of or the
Cabbage?
potatoes, cabbage soup or whatever, throwing that out. They pop the tire, no spare.
He was like, "I'm hungry." He's like, "That's all we had. I threw it out."
Then they end up in a bar singing, but just the way he looks up, that just gave me a good laugh.
All right. My number 2 is going to be when he comes home and the mom is like cooking food in their fireplace
With all the
thickest-
meats.
You ever see the movie Snatch? Brad Pitt, Jason Statham. He gave me like that Brad Pitt, like kind of like gypsy accent vibe when she was talking. It was like heavy.
She's heavy on her accent.
Yeah.
I love it.
Also, better movie. Watch that.
Wow. All right, we're on scene number 3, right? We got a third scene.
I think so.
Oh, do I have a third scene?
No pressure, but you got 2 minutes to figure it out.
My notes are definitely blank on the favorite scene because it was very
All right.
chaotic.
I think we could probably all agree that basketball scene at the end.
I'll agree to that.
We could probably all agree on
Yeah,
that
I'm not
one,
mad
right?
at that. Yeah, I'll
We
take
can-
it.
I won't argue.
Just the craziness of the grandpa sitting up in above the hoop. Yeah, him getting it's airy or whatever, and it's just Lake Erie that he gets sent to. He was like, "Oh no, not Cleveland." Though our friends from Babes in Toyland would beg differently.
Right. Apparently, if you sing about Cleveland, you're cured of all ailments.
Oh, wow. Cleveland rocks. Drew Carey.
I forgot about that show.
Good
Yeah,
times.
I think most people did.
I like that show.
Oh,
Sidebar.
sorry. I didn't mean to diss on that. It's easy target.
That's fair, though.
All right, we got
Yeah,
final
the
top-
basketball scene, though. Yeah, I mean, it was solid. I'll take it, But, again, a lot of movies don't get basketball scenes right. Like, it's...
So how do you
Looks
think they
bad.
should be done?
I mean, get people that can somewhat play basketball to be in it.
Okay.
So, what would be a good movie that does it well?
Probably Love and Basketball. Actually, Russell was in that movie, Love and Basketball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Love of basketball?
Love and Basketball.
Oh, love and okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What about
That's with Omar Epps and Sanaa Lathan. Classic movie, 2000s.
I think I started it one day and I never finished it, but I started it.
Recommend it. But yeah, they do basketball scenes pretty good now.
What about Coach Carter?
Yep, Coach Carter as well. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a good one. Or Hoosiers. I thought Gory Road did well for the time era it was in.
Yeah. But again, that's like 3 out of hundreds of basketball movies.
So many basketball movies.
Yeah.
But no, this one, I mean, you have at one point I saw the clock, I think at the end before they went for the final shot. It was at like 3 seconds or something.
Didn't it jump
And then it
back?
jumped to like 7 or 8.
Yeah, I noticed
Yeah,
that
I
too.
noticed
Yeah,
I was
noticed
like,
that, yeah.
what?
Yeah.
But
Also,
I
having
think-
like the grandpa sitting up there the whole time was just kind of gold. Because I was just thinking, how did they just like shoot that all in one take and put up a ladder and like get him down, or like?
I'm surprised they didn't feed it over to the big guy and go Shaq on the junior high. That's all you need to do.
Seriously.
It wasn't that the weakest dunk by
That
Seamus.
was horrible.
He like it was an offensive goaltending. Like he missed the dunk basically and it rattled in. But you could tell it probably wasn't that actor too.
Yeah.
No way.
That was like me dunking back in there.
It still is, but you know.
No, I can't do that anymore. I'm glad if I can make the ball touch the net.
Oh, you gloss?
Oh.
Gloss height.
Oh yeah, yes, quite a
Yeah.
bit.
I need to play you now.
Yeah, I don't do that stuff anymore.
Fair enough.
I'm too old. That hits the knees now.
I never could dunk or touch the rim, so
It was like a 1 out of 10 when I could do it, but I could do it.
I need some luck. Luckily Irish.
I had the height, just not the jump. Just
The vertical leap of a butter knife.
Jokic over
nah,
here.
that's being generous. It's like me jumping is like tossing a bowl of Jello and hoping it makes air.
Final or the
No,
what?
we're talking
What's-
what?
Oh, I got a lot of notes on that.
Yeah. So we're just talking moments where you're just like, what just happened? What? I'm sorry, what?
It's the home improvement. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? What was that?
We definitely covered a handful of those already.
Yes. Feel free to repeat any if you do, but there was so many in this movie.
All right, since we did talk about a lot of them already, let's, I guess, agree. What is the number one moment?
Go ahead.
Man, I'm going with the teleport scene again. Like, we grabbed him by his beard, and somehow they end up outside the bus. I think that is the moment. I was like, what the hell is going on?
I already went like, what, a few times before then. But yeah, no, I'm with you with that beard. And then that line that he drops like right after of like, oh, you grab him by the beard and you can't escape. And it's like, again, for a bit, like I thought like, oh, he meant Irish people. I'm like, I got to try this.
So I think mine's going to be, where did they know where to find Seamus? Like, they're like, we got to go find Seamus. How did they know that was his RV?
The rainbow?
No, before that.
Oh.
Like, they're like, we need to go find Seamus for our coin. And
Didn't
he's like a
Seamus
traveling
find them?
dancing crew.
I thought Seamus found them.
No, they found, when they went looking for the coin as a family. They had no idea where Seamus was.
That's right. They were just driving around looking for his RV.
And how did they know
It's
that
the
was his
luck
RV?
of the Irish.
But they lost their luck.
They lost their luck. But you know, okay. If you're just driving around with no luck, you're bound to find him.
I guess. Maybe. I guess they went to the fairgrounds. We're like, hey, where's Seamus? Maybe.
Oh, okay. So remember the fairgrounds at the beginning? There's a whole like little Irish festival.
Mm-hmm.
And there's people up on the stage square dancing, or not square dancing, but dancing.
Yep.
Was Seamus up there?
Stepping, yeah, he stepped.
Yep.
Okay.
He was wearing the green number. He was the one touching everybody, and they got up.
With the furls.
Yeah.
The froofies.
Gotcha. Okay.
Seamus has some swag. I like Seamus. He was cool.
He was a good villain.
He was the best character.
I also want
At
to
least
bring
mine.
up for the what moments? The potato chip factory security. They don't play.
They were
anything.
aggressive.
They just two kids are talking on the camera, or they're supposed to be,
Right.
and there's a field trip going
They're
on.
all of 3 steps away from where the teacher was.
Let's go attack them.
You want the security guards like start choking Kyle like when he was driving?
Yes, like he started, and the girl too.
Sir, that's assault.
Funny.
One of my moments was immediately following that, where was it Henry, the grandpa? It's Riley, where Riley started like playing the little like flute or whatever, and Kyle was just started to like dance.
That's what I'm saying, is because he.
And the girl's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I can't help it."
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking, is that there's the Irish music that was helping him dance. That's my theory. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
All right, fair enough. What other moments you guys got?
Oh, let's go back to the list. All right, obviously we talked about it. We hit about how big the kids were for junior high.
Oh, so was she 6 inches tall or full height when the dad and mom met? Because I have some questions about the whole, like, how did you conceive this kid?
If the luck helped them to make him look human, she was probably full height.
Full height?
That was my guess.
Okay, because there was some line in there about, like, the dad, like, not this again, or, like, something like that, to kind of suggest that, like, she had shrunk before.
He did say that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
She had been, like, small before. Also, she kept, like, changing sizes when she was small. There's bits where she'd be in somebody's pocket smaller than, like, a little big pin, and then other times she'd be, like, 6 inches or a foot tall.
Well,
So let's get the director on the line to talk about this.
there is that one scene too where she beats him to the door. She goes, "Let's go, boys," and she grabs the keys. And I'm just like,
yes.
How do you beat a full-grown man that walking speed are going?
30 of your tiny little steps is like one of his.
That was a what moment for me there too.
It's weird to see that a movie that came out, was this like 2001, had worse special effects for like miniaturizing people than a movie that came out 50 years prior, Darby O'Gill and the Little People movie that we reviewed last week.
Yeah,
which
it was
had little people, and I felt like that looked better than
the
like,
effects.
The effects are pretty bad. Like one thing that sticks out to me for like bad effects is like when Kyle is going back to human, he like purposely like looks into the camera to the left to like show his ear.
Oh,
going,
to show the ear going,
and then
yeah.
looks again, and the ear goes down again. It's like, okay, that's so corny, but it looked really bad, like very bad. Like another scene where like the grandpa and the mom's like sitting on the hood of the car after the car like tire went flat. It just looked really bad proportionally too. Like they did a bad job with their CGI or whatever it was.
Yeah, it was sloppy.
It's like a Marvel movie.
Touche. There was a moment early on in the movie, you might not know this, so we have a kind of running joke about
for the love of Mike.
For the love of Mike.
This is not what the mom said.
Yeah. No, it's Kyle.
Have you seen the Can of Worms episode? Have you listened to that one?
I don't recall.
Okay, so there's the main character in that. His name is Mike, and he kind of bullies the bully, but then anytime the bully reciprocates, Mike just plays the victim card every time. Like, he can dish it out, but he just cannot take it. So we just had a running joke, like, don't be a Mike.
Okay.
Don't be a Mike.
Thanks for that context. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I won't be a Mike.
Yeah.
Don't be one.
Don't be one.
If you're going to dish it, just be able to take
Also,
it.
I love that when he first finds out that he's Irish, he's got the book, Everything You Want to Know About Being Irish, But We're Afraid to Ask. Who's afraid to ask anything about being Irish?
Man, they got some crazy things over there. The stone that you have to kiss. Isn't that where the Loch Ness Monster is? Maybe I'm wrong. They got
I
got
think it's over in
leprechauns.
the same area, but isn't Loch Ness Monster in like Scotland?
Okay, yeah, you're actually right there. They got leprechauns and fairies and stuff. I mean, I wouldn't want to mess around with them. I mean, look at Seamus.
Got Lucky Charms. I'll take that.
Look at a leprechaun. The movie that we just reviewed.
Yeah.
That thing's over there.
Yeah, that's true. Yet somehow that movie takes place in, was it North Dakota?
It's because the guy ships him over after downing a whole bottle of Jameson.
North Dakota. I just felt like they wanted to like skip on the budget on that, but different episode. Also, first half of the movie, before he finds out that he's Irish, real Twin Peaks vibes. Anytime Kyle would confront his parents and they'd get weird with it,
Oh yeah, that was like kind of the Goosebumps. You guys ever watch
Of
Goosebumps?
course, absolutely.
They give me the Goosebumps vibes of how it was being filmed.
Like the
and
camera angles and stuff, like how that kind of be zoomed in, like from the bottom and stuff. Yeah.
Those are the Goosebumps, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys ever watch Twin Peaks?
I think you should watch Goosebumps, Andrew.
Yeah, Goosebumps.
I'm alone over here.
Just go watch Goosebumps.
Also, later on in the movie, during the basketball game, while Seamus and Kyle are playing basketball, how did the parents know to go to the basketball game? Because they just
I was thinking that same exact thing too.
they saw Seamus and Kyle like disappear to go to play the Irish games or whatever. But then later on, we see when they teleport from the Irish games to the basketball game, the parents are starting to drive there.
Yeah.
All right. During the basketball game, this bothered me. Did anyone catch the bad block attempt by one of the adults on Russell?
No.
When Russell took a baseline and he tried to go for the block, and the guy like totally whiffed. Like he was like a foot behind him. I'm like, you're like a foot taller than him. If you can't block that, there's something wrong with you.
I missed that.
That's like some serious henchman athletic capabilities. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, like I said, Russell was in 11 basketball, you know.
He had his coin. That's all.
He had his coin.
He had his coin.
He was balling.
All right. Any other moments for you guys?
Personally, I think we covered every moment.
All right.
That's wild, man.
All right. So, final thoughts?
Final thoughts for this movie. I really liked this movie growing up, but watching it back, I was like, wow, this movie is really not that good. So it makes me like not want to like reminisce about like older Disney movies and watch those back again, or even TV shows, because
Welcome to our world.
I'm gonna be very, very disappointed, and it just breaks my heart because like every minute I was watching the movie, I was like, wow, this is really not good. Like, how did I like this movie growing up? But
If you have a kid,
if I was a kid, easily 9 out of 10. You know,
would you bring this out for them during, as a parent? Would you bring
If
this
you're
out
like babysitting like a kid.
St. Patrick's Day? Were you bringing this out, saying,
Yeah,
hey, check this out?
yeah, I think I would do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it holds up with like kind of the test of time?
No.
Outside the janky VFX.
No, because I think some of the movie, like the messaging, I think they got the point across kind of bad about like.
It was very clunky. Their point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like, Kyle was very adamant that he was an American, and kind of like denouncing where he's from, or I guess like not wanting to fully understand where his heritage comes from. Like for me, as I hate to bring this into like a black male, I would love to know where my heritage is from. You know, like which part of Africa, and the fact that he really didn't care that much, or only got interested because of Bonnie, a potential love interest. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way, you know, and I'm not sure that's the message when to get across to kids. Like, you're an American, don't care about your heritage. I don't know, but that's kind of how I saw it.
Yeah,
That's a good point. Final thoughts?
I still enjoy this movie. I mean, just the craziness of it all, the Seamus, just watching Seamus, especially at the end when he gets all mad. I don't know. I enjoy it. I'd probably have it at, I don't know where I rated some of these movies at. Probably like a good 7.5.
I think 7 is a fair number. When I was younger, like I said, I would rate a 9, but like Jamal today, I think 7 is solid. I think I would watch it, put it on the background. There's times I want to go through Disney movies and stuff like that and watch.
Don't do it.
Go take a blast from the past.
I'd always do Halloween Town, like 1 and 2, Calabar's Revenge. I love that.
Oh, Calabar's Revenge.
That is a future episode.
Okay. Trying to remember if that's on.
You can have me on if you want.
Oh, absolutely.
For
We'll
two?
add you. We'll add you.
For one?
Both of them.
Both of them. We're going to St. Helens for those. So
I've actually been
to the Halloween. How
Yeah.
is it there?
It's very small, like a very small area, but like it was dope to like reminisce and like see like where they shot all the stuff at. You know, it was dope though.
Okay.
Yeah, I recommend. How about you guys shoot live on location? That'd be fire.
If we can.
That we talked about that, or getting like interviews with people to
That'd be
ask them like, hey, do you guys watch the Disney movie? What was your guys' like history with that, or like why are you here?
That'd be fire.
But yeah, no, we'd love to have you on then.
Yeah, I'm down.
just quickly. This movie, in my opinion. Why are you laughing already, dude?
No worry. Okay, your opinion.
All right. This was definitely on the better side of like Disney movies that we've seen. I do not have any nostalgia for any of these because I have seen none of them. Yeah.
That's fair.
It's like definitely something I would throw on like in front of a kid. It's not something I'm planning on watching it again, but it's up there with like Punks and I know we haven't talked about it, but like Brink and stuff like that on like the better side of Disney movies.
Yeah.
So I was happy to see it.
Smart House. I would actually watch this over Smart House personally.
100%.
This might be nostalgia talking right now, but
When was the last time you watched Smart House before you start talking? Because obviously you thought this one was fantastic, a 9 out of 10.
They're serious questions. Where do they get their food?
I think last time I watched Smart House was probably like when Disney Plus first came out. I went through.
Okay, that's actually fair.
I went through so many movies. I went through like Flubber. I had no idea Flubber was a remake.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So did you watch the original one or did you watch the Robin
I
Williams?
watched the Robert Williams one. What else did I watch?
That one's solid.
Not a fan.
I think I watched like Dr. Dolittle. I watched like a bunch.
Okay.
The original
of, like,
Dr. Dolittle or like the remake?
my era of
Eddie
Dr.
Murphy?
Dolittle. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, I was going through like a Disney Plus binge and like I was watching all that stuff. Yeah, Phantom of the Megaplex was super dope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
that's an
episode.
upcoming episode.
definitely going through the archives with Disney Plus. So yeah.
Sweet.
Question? The quiz
Yeah.
question?
So, let me pull up this actor's name again before I mess it up.
Dan Aykroyd.
So, what? Of course, I closed it. So, Henry Gibson, who played the grandpa in this movie, was in what movie with Dan Aykroyd as he played a zombie? Sorry, Nazi. Not a zombie. Nazi.
What year is the movie?
1980.
I have no idea.
I don't know. It's gonna kill me because I know it's probably more of a more serious movie, isn't it?
No.
Is it Stripes?
Inglorious Bastards. I don't know.
You guys are on the right track, but Blues Brothers.
Ah!
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking more of a war movie.
Hate the Illinois Nazis.
Oh, good movie. Good movie.
Better movie. But that's it. If you like what we do, be sure to subscribe or follow us on Instagram. We're the Backseat Critics on Instagram, or find us wherever you find podcasts. Jamal, do you want to plug anything?
Just first off, thanks for having me. I definitely appreciate it. I know this was definitely a hot commodity as far as movies to review.
It was.
For everyone out there, I
100%
beat
was.
you to it. So, yeah.
100% better guess than the other people who asked.
Ooh, they're guests for other things.
I know.
Oh yeah, I guess that's it. Well, we out.
All right, we're done.